Welcome back to our usual learning zone where na the Creole computer learning tutorial. Me na una tutor Umar Hassan. Inside today's episode, we can discuss about files and folders. This topic contains series of parts, and this na the part 1. Some of the things then where I can teach una today inside this part 1 na how you create folder na the desktop, how you create folder inside other folder na the desktop, how you move folder from one location to the other na the desktop, how you rename folder. All this way I for teach una today. I for use Windows 10 operating system. If you use lesser version of Windows, no worry, the step na almost the same. Now only few changes you could see as you go through the lesson. So stay with me for the next couple of minutes as we dive through the lesson. Now, wetin really refers to as folder. We say folder na side which side you go keep your document. Folder we say na a directory or division of the drive which side you put files or other folders. And we say if you take one folder, you put it inside other folder, that particular folder with the inside that folder they refer to as subfolder. We say waiting a file. We say file na like something where you don't type when a document where it can contain plenty information where sometimes it can then a desktop or it can be inside folder. We say file na something where na just like one item where it contain related information, so in a collection of different informations. For example, we say file can include documents like spreadsheets, digital pictures, it can involve song and even video. So let me say even if a picture you take with camera, you put it by your computer, it refers that particular picture as a file. So therefore, we say file na a single document which can contain several pages long. Now that we don't know what's in a file and folders, we can now start how we create folder. For create folder, we get small steps then what we go through. And today on program, we can know how we create folder na the desktop when at the first step what we can take. Now, when you want to create folder na the desktop, you right click na the empty space na the desktop, then a drop down menu go appear. Once the drop down menu do appear, you go to new. Once you point the arrow to new, move along that new to the next extended menu and click on folder. Good. Now the folder will appear na the desktop with name new folder where it highlights in blue. You don't need to do anything with that particular folder. Just enter the name of that particular folder. You can use any name. For now, I go use as folder 1. Once you don't enter the name, what you need to do, you press the enter key on the keyboard or you click na the empty area on the desktop. I know you are now amazing. Now let me go back again and do one more for let yourself see how simple it look. Right click again. We say for go to new. Okay, yes. Now you move along the option new to the extended menu and click on folder. Yes, it will appear again. What do I need to do? Type the name of the folder. Now I say folder 2. Press the enter key That is it. Now we don't create two folders just now with very simple step. The other we need for know say we dey able for create folder na the desktop wey we dey use the shortcut method. Shortcut method na one way e can able for make you create or make you do something fast than the usual process wey you dey go through. So the shortcut method wey dey use for create folder na the desktop. Now by way we hold the control key and the shift key, then we press the letter N. New folder will appear. Now we enter the name of the folder, wey na folder 3. Press the enter key again. Oh wow. Press the enter key again and you don't create the folder. Now we dey go to the next one where we say how we dey create folder inside other folder na the desktop. Until una know say we don't create 3 folders na the desktop, and folder 1, folder 2 and folder 3. Now we dey create other folder inside them folder. Then how we dey do am? We dey open the first folder when na folder 1. Good. We get some divisions of this particular windows we don open. The upper part of this windows we refer to as the ribbon. The ribbon na one side which I can go for work on a particular information inside that particular windows. The left hand side of this open windows we dey call am directory. Directory na the side and which side you dey go keep your documents. Of course, we get desktop, we get document, we get tutorial and other plenty directories. At the top of this windows we get the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar, of course, we say na the side one day where they can keep frequently used commands. Command where they frequently use with that particular windows. After the quick access tab, we get another one we call the folder. We call the folder where we see folder 1 right there. Another side we refer to as the title bar. The title bar na side we say they see the name of that particular information where you open. At the extreme right hand side of this windows, we get some 3 buttons. These 3 buttons we refer to this particular area as the display options. The display option are one side we say they use for work with the open windows. The X button na one way we use for close the open windows, while the one way feel like box to box na one way we use for restore and maximize the open windows, and the one way na the minus sign we use for minimize the document to the task bar. Now we get other information there. Now we get file menu. The file menu na the backstage view of the particular windows where you open. Na side we say you can go for make you be able to operate with the open windows. The other one the way na home, share and view. Now them we call as tabs. Tabs na one way they give commands way specific to that particular area where they operate. By default, the tab where they open where we open these windows na the home tab, and it gets series of commands then where they use for operate with that particular tab. Now we don't know waiting this open windows how would they operate with them. We be say we dey learn how to create folder inside other folder. Now we don't open folder 1. We for create one folder inside here. The same method we apply create folder 1, then we apply that same method. We right click inside this empty folder, then we go to new and move along the extended menu and click on folder. Good. Now we say doc1. Doc1. And press enter key or you click outside the folder. Then we close this windows by way we click on these close buttons. We will go back and create another folder inside folder 2. We will open folder 2. Now On the ribbon of the home tab, this is not the ribbon. Of course, we don't say this is not the ribbon. We get one command we name new folder. Click on that command. Wow, new folder will appear inside the folder we will open, and then we enter the name of the folder. This is doc2, and you click the enter key. Good. We don't create other folder inside doc2. Now we go create again other folder inside folder 3. We open folder 3. Now we hold the control key and the shift key and press N. New folder will appear. Now we enter the folder in name as doc3. We press enter key. That's now the way that one day they try for create folder. Now that we don't able for create folder on the desktop, we don't able for create folder inside other folder using different methods. We will continue with the lesson, and this time we will now go to how we will move folder from one location to the other on the desktop. We get methods that we will use for move folder from one location to the other. We get one way. If you move one folder, let me say we move folder 1 to this folder 1 still the maintain area and it can inside folder 2. That particular method we will call them as copy or duplicate. We get other one way. If I move folder 1 to folder 2, folder 1 no go left na again, it can straight to folder 2 where we put them. That particular one we say na cut or move completely. Now there we go. We will start the first one. We will copy folder 1 to folder 2. How we do them? We right click on folder 1, we click on the command copy, and we open folder 2. We right click inside folder 2 and click on the command paste. Good. We see folder 1 will appear inside folder 2. If we close this, we will see folder 2, folder 1 on the desktop and folder 2 on the desktop. But when we open folder 2, we will see folder 1 inside, and the content inside folder 1 on the desktop they still remain inside folder 2. Now we go to the next one. How will they move folder to other folder on the desktop permanently? Where we say na copy na cut, sorry. We dey move folder 2 to folder 3 completely. We right click on folder 2, we click on the command cut, and we open folder 3. We right click and click on the command paste. Now folder 2 docker inside folder 3. We close the windows and folder 2 is no more on the desktop. Now we don't see folder 2 not on the desktop because we move on completely to folder 3. Now when you open folder 3, you will see folder 2 and the content inside folder 2 remain the same. So now the way that one they move folder from one location to the other on the desktop. Alright, now that we don't able to know how we will go through simple steps then for make we move folder from one location to the other on the desktop, we will now go to the next one where we say how we will rename folder. For rename folder, a very simple. We want to rename this folder 1 with different name. Renaming for give different name based as from the name to the way we don't give before. How would we go through that? With the right click on the folder we want for rename, we go to the command rename. As you click on them, it highlights that particular folder in name, and it will tell you now say, enter the name we want. Now I enter document. Good. And you click enter key on the keyboard, or you click outside the folder and the empty desktop. Hey, the name don't change already. So that is how we change the name of a particular folder. I hope say you see na a very simple and straightforward way for make you be able to create folder on the desktop. Very splendid. You be the doubt, they see plenty thing at the desktop, how for create them, how for make this thing come. This na folder and we don't know how for create folder on the desktop. This now just the part 1 of the topic files and folders. We go come back now the part 2 and discuss more about files and folders as we go along with the lesson. Don't forget to repeat this video so that you be able to see and learn the steps then we will take for create folder, for transfer folder, for rename folder as we don't go through. Also, don't forget to go to the YouTube channel when Umar Hassan. Go there, check and see the recent videos, tutorials and way I don't post on the YouTube. You can also like and share, and you can also click on the subscribe button for make you go subscribe to my channel, and anytime when you go on YouTube you get able to see all my new posts where I don't post. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next lesson. Bye bye bye.